Welcome to Live Without a Car, the show where we talk about everything related to living a car-free life. My name is Amanda, and I have lived without a car for over a decade in Portland, Oregon. I'm also an economist and your host. Today, I want to talk about how I became more physically active without trying harder after selling my car. One of my favorite basic concepts in economics is the concept of incentives. Our environments, whether we like it or not, are constantly influencing us each and every day to take certain actions and not others. If you are trying to go on a diet, one of the key pieces of advice you are given is not to leave desirable foods, like the cookies and the chips, sitting on the counter in plain sight. We are told to hide the food, or better yet, do not have those foods in the house at all. Out of sight, out of mind. The same principle applies to how we get around every single day. If the coffee shop you love is just half a mile from your house, but you own a car, the odds that you will walk instead of drive are low because our brains are designed to find the path of least resistance. And if it is raining, or there is a heat wave, or there are no sidewalks, then forget it, you're probably driving. Although I have been actively focused on my physical health since the age of 16, I spent the vast majority of my time in Orlando driving to my workouts, to the gym, to the dance studio, to yoga, to the theme parks to walk. You get the point. Often, the friction of driving influenced my motivation to work out. Suddenly, a 1-hour dance class took 2+ hours of commitment because I had to fight traffic to get to and from my destination. And when you're busy, that extra hour makes all the difference. There came a point in my life when I started to wonder if there were things I could do to make working out easier. One thing I did while still living in Orlando was to move out of the condo I owned, which had basically no amenities and was not in a very walkable area, into an apartment complex on the other side of town that had a huge gym on site and a walkable path around the neighboring lake. I could walk to Publix, our famous local grocery store. I could walk to an Italian deli and a dance studio. I still had my car at that point, but I found a way to design my life in a way that didn't require it for literally everything. These little changes encouraged me to be healthier without trying harder, but the downside was my commute to work now more than doubled, a factor I was not so happy about. When I finally moved to Portland in 2016, I took my lifestyle design to the next level. I moved into an apartment that was walking distance to work since I had sold my car in Orlando. My employer had an on-site gym that was extremely cheap, so I signed up for that. I also had a dance studio within half a mile of my home. Other things I regularly walked to included my doctor's office, the grocery store, a hot yoga studio, the movie theater, and on and on. You do not need to fully get rid of your car in order to design a more active life. However, simply having the car affects your choices, and you may not even realize it. With a car, you could technically drive 45 minutes to your favorite fitness studio, but should you? Would you really be missing out that much if you had to go to one closer to you? The key lesson here is that behavior follows convenience. If you want to drive less, don't focus only on motivation. Focus on your environment. Ask yourself, what transportation mode is my life designed to encourage? When walking, biking, and transit become the easiest choices, you'll often find yourself using them without even thinking about it, and getting even more steps in during that process. Thanks for listening to Live Without a Car. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and share with a friend. Until next time, walk slowly and enjoy the scenery. Ciao!